Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Scott, aka the Chick-fil-A and today I have a special treat for you, and I think I've said that in a previous video, but this one's so much more special because I say it's special. It's so special I can't even talk right. Most of you guys have seen Hunger Games on Minecraft on PC version, and I thought, well, why can't I do that on Xbox? So here's my, we can only have 8 people per game. I think that's the Xbox on Minecraft rules, so that's what I'm doing right now, and I made this world myself. It's not a very good one, but I tried, and this is the cornucopia you're watching at right now. I tried to base it kind of off of, the Captain Sparkle's Hunger Games and also the original Hunger Games, but I do pretty good in this. I got this lobby together with like 5 randoms, and 2 people were my friends. So if you're wondering, did they just let me win? No, I actually was recording their voices, but I could only record their voices and not mine. So I decided not to do that and just do a commentary over, which is what I'm doing right now. You're going to see in this video sometimes where you think people could have killed me or should have, and they didn't. And that's because I used some deception to win this. If you've read the books, which I haven't, in a way I kind of regret doing because I thought they kind of sucked, but for those of you that love it, I'm not going to offend you anymore. Each time someone wins, they do it a different way. Like Katniss in the books, she did it her way, finding Peeta and having other people helping her, and the game makers. But in other previous ones, like Haymitch, when he won, he just used the arena to his advantage, the mess up in it. Well, in this one, I used deception and teaming up with people to to win, and it worked out pretty well for me. As you can see, I have a map, and that was in one of the chests. I told everybody to ditch their maps at the beginning of the game. That way it would be fair, that way only one person would have a map, the person that got it from the chest. If you saw that super tall thing I'm looking at right now, the super tall like stairway going up into the sky, up there I placed that chest, and it had like 10 cooked pork, and it had a sword and a crafting table and a furnace. So it had the best stuff up there. So whoever got that got the most. I was going to go for that, but I decided not to. I thought it would be more conservative and less dangerous. Now this guy, I was talking to him in the mic, and he flipped out right about here, and he got killed. Um, so yeah, some of these guys were really trying to win really bad, and some of them, were just like, oh, okay. But like this guy right here, if you see, uh, I asked him, "Hey, man, you want to team up?" Right about now, he goes, "What?" I'm like, "You can team up with me, and I won't kill you." And he's like, "Oh, okay." I wasn't sure if I could kill him or not, so I thought it would be best just to team up with him, and I do that a few times in this episode. Right now, I think I have an iron helmet and an iron chest plate, and a couple of swords and some food. I did this map. Well, I built the map myself, but I had like 2 or 3 other friends help put around chests all around the world. That way, it would be, equal, and it wouldn't be like one guy, me, knowing where every single chest was. Later on, you're going to see me looking for iron and trying to find it, and I can't. For I'm trying to talk because there's a lot in this video, and it's kind of boring at first, but it'll get better towards the end. But the rules for this were: 1, no breaking blocks, and you're going to see I break that rule. Get it? Breaking. But yep, never mind. Uh, but I break that rule right about I think coming up in like a minute. So I decided to get rid of that rule. But it was no breaking blocks, no killing animals. Only crafting things you can get that you've received from chests. Like if you get iron, you can craft it if you've got it in it from a chest. Now this guy flipped out. He was just like, no, 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 and he just knew he had no chance because nobody can kill a cow. Well, make that cows, because I'm just so amazing. Yeah, I didn't know how to get out here. I didn't know if I went through that little doorway, if I could get up, so I decided just to break some blocks with some pork, because hitting stone with pork always works. Everybody knows that, right? So, I had kind of an almost unfair advantage because I had the map, so I could always tell where everybody was. Yeah, but I think I did a pretty good job in this game, and some of you are going to wonder, like, why didn't you kill more? You only killed like 2 or 3 people. And, well, in the book, well, yeah, the book, Katniss I think only killed like what 2 people or 3, and Peeta only killed like 1 in the whole entire game. So you don't really have to kill a whole lot to actually win the games. So that's what I did here. I saw a lot of people wanting a Minecraft on Xbox version. I'm sorry, not, well, yeah, that too. People wanted that, but people wanted a Hunger Games on Minecraft on Xbox, since it was only on the PC version. And I know this is nowhere close to as cool as the PC version, but you know, I enjoyed it a lot, and I tried to make this the best I could. I used the back button on the controller to check how many people are still in the game, and I told people as soon as they got killed to leave the game. That way it would be an accurate number of how many people are still alive. Nobody really followed that rule at all. You can see on the left-hand side, people are joining the game, they're leaving the game, back and forth, and that kind of got messed up. Some of these guys really understood how to do it, and a lot of them, though, like, I think like 3 or 4, were like, wait, at the start of this, you want me to stand on these planks, right? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, wait, I don't get it. So that's what they were doing. And this guy kind of made me mad as I'm trying to sneak up on him, and then you'll see he does a wall of water, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Because that guy had like 10 pieces of cooked pork. I'm not sure if I said that. So he had basically unlimited health. I still don't know how that guy died, but he did. Uh, yeah. So if you guys haven't already, just go ahead, like, subscribe. You know, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. um, Things I could talk about. This happened. I don't know what day it is right now, but the San Antonio Spurs were beating the Oklahoma City Thunder in basketball, and I thought that was interesting that an older team is showing their leadership and, you know, how much better they are being veterans at the game against a much younger team. That was kind of interesting. Right now I saw those 2 guys and I was like, oh no, there's not just one guy up there, there's an alliance up there. So I flipped out and I thought, I'm going this way because this way looks a whole lot safer. And I don't know what I was doing right here. I think I was looking for a boat or something, and then I was like, I'm gonna look at my chest or my map, and I'm trying to figure out who am I, and I was like, oh, that guy's spinning. Ah, right beside the green guy. So I start jumping and flipping out and going in third person, and that's when I start using my deception, start saying, hey man, you want to team up? He's like, what? I'm like, you want to, team up and not kill each other? He goes, oh, okay. And that guy was one of my friends, so that was pretty cool. And I wasn't actually planning on killing him because he was one of my friends and other guys I didn't really care about. So I'm looking at the map now and I'm seeing some random guy all by himself, off in the distance, and I think, oh yeah, we got this. So he and I are off on our journey to go get this guy. Some of these guys were just like going around the map. They had no clue what they were doing, and then you had some idiot up on top of the cornucopia deciding I'm going to flood it so nobody can climb up, and that made me mad because not only did that guy have water, tons of buckets of water, he had flint and steel, so he could just burn anything he wanted, and it made me so mad that he was doing that. Because, I mean, I don't know how that guy died. He was pretty much invincible, but right here, I'm just going along, and I'm looking at the map trying to figure out where this guy is because I'm still not used to the maps on Xbox. So I know he's off over here. I'm checking to make sure my guy is still with me, I think, in a few seconds here. I'm not sure if you can do it, but I didn't turn off their names, so you could always see their names once you got close. I thought that would be fair, that way people wouldn't, like, hide behind a tree waiting for somebody to come by. And I wanted the games not to last very long, and surprisingly, they only lasted, like, 20 minutes. So that was kind of cool, because I didn't want it to last too long. And I think he jumped in a cave, and which is another rule I forgot to mention, that I specifically said no going in caves like that. But I guess I broke that first because I jumped in one also earlier. Whoops. So I'm hopping over here on the grass, and I'm going back to my guy like, yo man, you there? You there, man? And he I guess he just stopped playing. I'm like, hey man, you there? And I'm like, oh, great. So now I have to face this guy by myself. And I'm like, wait, are you sure you're not there? And I was just like, oh crap. So I'm thinking, okay, it's just us 4 now. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this by myself. I'm gonna go kill this guy, because that's just how beast I am. And I think this was my This will be my third kill. I did get a lot of kills, actually. I know I said I didn't kill a lot, but I actually did get a good amount of kills for the time. And this is my deception. This was my best so far. I said, hey man, you want to team up, you know, form an alliance? He goes, okay, sure. I said, okay, I didn't really want to anyways. And then I start getting him. He's like, what the? And I got him. And so that's my deception at its best. Being able to talk to them, just like in the real Hunger Games, really helped. Whereas, like, Captain Sparkles, in his video, he couldn't talk to his opponents at all. And that's what I did. I would just use it to my advantage, and everybody trusted me. So never trust a cow. Never. And this guy, I'm like, yeah, you're idle. I'm just going to kill you. So that's my fourth kill? Yeah, fourth kill, man. I'm slaughtering them. 4 out of 8 by myself. I'm amazing. And I wind up actually, I wind up killing 6. I wind up killing 6 out of 8 people by myself. So I guess I did kill a lot of the people. I really wish you could have more people on a server at a time, because I think it'd be really cool to have 24 person of this multiplayer. I mean, how cool would that be to have Minecraft but have 24 people on the same server? And I'm only picking 24 because that's what the original Hunger Games has, 24. Unless you're talking about like a quarter quell, which has like 50, depending on what year. So, and I'm kind of rambling. I know I say that also in a lot of videos that I'm rambling, and right now, remember, I can talk to the other guys. The guys are like, hey, I see some guy on the beach over there, so I'm kind of running away, and I'm like, what? And that green dot you'll see on the map, that was the guy I just killed. He spawned because he didn't leave the game because he was away from the game, so he spawned, and I was trying to figure out where he was. So I think I finally said, oh, whatever, and I decided to go towards them. And I'm thinking, those guys are both on top of the huge cornucopia, and I'm thinking, how am I going to get up there and survive 2 of them? And luckily for me, is luckily a word, or is it luckily? 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 Okay, luckily enough for me, those guys separated. I don't know what they were thinking, but they're like, hey man, there's a guy on the beach over there. You want to go kill him? And the guy's like, oh, I'm going to go kill him. You stay here, man. And he's like, okay. And don't tell me if anybody's following me. He's like, got it. I'm not going to tell you if anybody follows you. And we better not team up, because then that would be an unfair advantage. And he's like, got it, man. We're no teaming up against that guy. That cow's guy is too scary to do that. So, actually, no, that's not what they were saying, but it's basically in my head what I was thinking when I saw them separating. And this is where I realized that guy in the hut was actually just kind of idle. Like, he's moving around, but he wasn't actually playing, so I was just like, oh, whatever. Because I didn't want to risk going in there and him killing me when I had already killed him and just ruined the Hunger Games. Yeah, so I'm, like I said, unfair advantage with the map, but hey, I guess that's the way it goes. I get the map first, nobody else did, so yeah. I kind of modeled the cornucopia after the second, I think, Catching Fire book that you can see. It's in the middle of the water and you have to go in the water to get it. So that's what I did, and it looks cool. I think I might do this again, and if this gets enough popularity, which I doubt it will because nobody seems to watch my videos, empty chest. Nobody seems to watch my videos, so... But if this does get popular, I can start, like, hosting Minecraft Hunger Games on Xbox. You guys can just send me friend requests and ask for me to set it up for them and their friends. And so I could do that for you guys and possibly make it better each time. I'm hoping to improve and not do this just one time, but do it multiple times. That way it'll get better and better each time. Yeah, so I see this guy over here, and his guy that was on top of the cornucopia is talking to him, and he goes, hey man, do you have iron armor? And he goes, no. And he goes, well, there's this guy following you with iron armor. And he goes, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna go this way and not look back, okay? And the guy's like, good, just don't watch your back, foo. And he's like, I'm not watching my back, I know what I'm doing. Actually, that's not what he said, but he did say the part about there's a guy following you, and this guy really didn't care, because he's like, I'm just gonna climb up here. Mr. Venomous Waffle, you are dead, sir. And his mic, it was priceless. I wish I had have been able to show you guys the mic, what they were really saying, but it was lagging, plus it got kind of stupid, so I decided not to play that for you guys. But he was saying, what? Aw, crap, when I killed him. So the element of surprise and deception were my two main keys to winning this, and that's really all I need. I think that was my 5th kill, and here it is, just us 2 left. You can see more people are joining, but they had to leave because they weren't allowed to play, because it was only the people that started the game that got to play. And I think a few people tried to join back after they had already been killed, but they left also, so I'm going towards this guy thinking, how am I going to kill him? What am I going to use? Because there's only one guy left that's actually legitimately playing. And let's see, if I remember right, he had flint and steel, a lot of buckets of water, a few iron swords, crafting table, furnace, armor, I think. Maybe he didn't have armor, I don't know. Oh yeah, haha, clever, crafting table under a tree. And I'm hoping I can get a bucket of water myself, but I don't have any iron. And the no breaking blocks rule, I actually did kind of follow that. Like, I know I broke some blocks to get out of a place, but there goes my boat. No, come back here, boat. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Oh well, boat did it to me. So I decided not to go get some iron because I thought that would be breaking the rules if you could just go, get your own blocks. So right here I'm like, what is going on? How can he have this many buckets of water? But he did. And you can see the cornucopia got kind of messed up because somebody set it on fire. I think you guys saw that in the beginning. And that was why I put the flint and steel there in the first place, is so they could set it on fire. And it would just be interesting. I thought it would add a new aspect to the game. So that's why I did that. So I'm climbing my stairway to heaven, dose 2, which is kind of redundant, but if you guys have seen my previous videos, you'll understand this. I figured he couldn't kill me because I was just in the middle of the stairway, so I didn't really worry about him jumping on me because I thought he wouldn't risk dying, knowing this guy. Some of my friends said don't invite this guy to the party when I was trying to get people to join. They said he's a beep. He always does stupid stuff and always winds up winning and stuff like that. I thought, oh, how bad can he be? And this guy was pretty bad for what he did, but here's the grand finale. You're coming up on it. This got better because right about now I'm like, oh no, he's dropping water on me. What am I gonna do? So I'm like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back on my rule and I'm gonna break a block right here. Yeah, cause and effect. That didn't work out too well. Then you can see someone else join the game, but like I said, they don't matter. So I'm climbing my water stairway to heaven, and he's just standing up there, and I think he picks up his water right now. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness, now I can go kill him. And then I noticed what was in his hand. Yeah, that's flint and steel. He was trying to light the thing on fire, and I got kind of scared, and he dropped water, and I saw that was my chance, so I start hopping up trying to get him, and he starts trying to kill me too. We look kind of pathetic, but man, it was as if he was Kato and I was Peter. We were just going at each other, and then he decides to fall off the back. So I was like, yes! Is there anything in the chest? And I'm like, no, there's not. So I'm like, oh yeah, epic water fight, let's do it. But I didn't know this guy was actually going to wimp out on me and run away. So I'm following him, and I see more water, and I'm thinking, how many buckets does this guy have? I thought I only made 1 bucket, but apparently he has a lot of water. So he's just dumping water everywhere. And now he has flint and steel, and he starts trying to light the stuff on fire. And I'm like, oh, I could just, outflank this guy, right? I'm coming up on the flank. I'm going to get him. No, it's a cliff. And I was just, no. So I run over here, I start punching the fire out. And I actually messed with this guy, right about here. Yeah, I said, oh, you're on fire, man. He goes, what? I'm on fire? No, right here. Yeah, I said, you're on fire. He goes, what? And he started jumping down away from it. And that's how I also deceived him. And then I came up on him, and yeah, I win. I win the Hunger Games. Yeah, so that's awesome. So thanks, guys, for watching. Subscribe. Thanks. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.